Yesterday, I told you that my first ever solo trip for my birthday was really, really fun. And I definitely had a big emotional wobble right in the middle. And in yesterday's episode, I walked you through the three layers of stress that my brain speed ran through in that moment. The three layers of stress are layer one, this is the smallest layer, which is just like, this situation is stressful. Layer two, which is bigger than that, is I shouldn't feel this way. And then layer three, which is the biggest of all, is something is wrong with me. Layer one stress is situational and impersonal. It's basically just telling you this is an annoying situation. Layer two stress is situational and it's personal. Its message to you is something like the fact that I'm even in this situation means something bad about me as a person. And then layer three stress, the most painful one, is global and personal. It's trying to tell you this situation is one more proof point for this thing that's globally wrong with me as a human being. In yesterday's episode, I told you how those three layers of stress showed up for me specifically during my trip. Go back and listen to that episode if you haven't already. Today, I'm going to tell you what pulled me out of my wobble and made it just a wobble instead of a full-blown spiral. All it took to pull me out of my wobble was realizing that my stress came in these three layers and then pulling my brain back to layer one. Our brains move so fast that you might not even realize that your stress unfolds in these three layers. Chances are your conscious experience is basically something happens, you feel level three stress, and then you're just like, oh my God, this is really stressful. But under the surface, your brain is actually moving step by step. You just didn't even realize it until now. And now that you know what the three layers of stress are, you can walk your brain back to layer one because layer one stress is not a problem. Layer one stress is just a normal response to your situation. And very often it has some good insights within it. For example, my layer one stress had some really solid insights. I learned, one, next time I need to look at the weather and plan accordingly because it was really cold and I wasn't able to do a lot of the things I wanted to do. I also learned next time I needed to fully plan out my itinerary, look at all the details of everything, because it turns out I prefer to execute a plan rather than go with the flow, even when I'm on vacation. And the third insight from my layer one stress is if I've done the first two things, if I've accounted for the weather, and if I've planned out an itinerary, I'm going to be getting so much entertainment from all the fun things I'm doing that I won't need to rely so heavily on eating out for my entertainment. Good stuff. Those are great, actionable insights. That basically makes me want to say, thank you, brain. Fantastic analysis. And when you stay at layer one and you solve the situational and impersonal problem, layers two and three evaporate. There's no longer any foundation for them to stand on. Now, we are going to talk more about the three layers of stress in my workshop, Surviving and Maybe Even Enjoying the Holidays. You can register at the link in the episode description, and it's coming up tomorrow, so you better go ahead and register. In the workshop, we're going to go more in depth on the three layers of stress, and we're also going to talk about a new layer two that you can put on top of your layer one that is going to make things feel so much easier and better and lighter. And when you can swap out the old catastrophic layers two and three for a new layer two that feels as cozy and snug as a Christmas sweater, you are going to see that your layer one stress is no big deal, and you have more than enough capacity to handle it. So I want you to register today for the workshop. It's coming up tomorrow. And don't worry if you can't make it live because replays are going to be sent out to everybody who registers. I can't wait to see you there.